I'm a showman, and that's like comparing chicken shit and chicken salad. They both come from the chicken, but there's a lot of difference.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, Chris, talk to us about the kind of apprentice aspect, or like how this was passed on, this tradition. I mean, it's really a part of mythology. This is like a part of Americana, and this is whether people out there don't know it or not, they really are witnessing a piece of folk history here. I mean, you can tell us about that. You know what it was like, and how you can't just you can't get this experience out of a book.
Okay.
I mean,
Nobody ever wrote a book about it. Not that it was usable.
Go ahead, and if you have any thoughts on that.
Well, there's you ready to roll here? Okay. Well, I'm kind of a tweener person. I kind of came in at the end, and we did very well after that, but a lot of the older guys died off. Those were the guys that trained me. They were all old enough to be my grandfather, but I was a very young, ambitious kid. I wasn't smart, and something that I think that when people, as they get older,
Chris, I guess where you were just talking about, you were talking about how you were in between the generations.
you want me to take that from the top?
That'd be great.
Yeah, I came in very. Are we rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Okay, you gotta give me a cue there. I know. I came in kind of at the transition point when the shows were kind of going out and the rides were taking over, and there were some great showmen left there. So at that point, and I was a young kid that wanted to learn, and these guys took me under the wing. Most of them were old enough to be my grandfather, so I was brought up with all the old school values. And it's just like Matt and Felicity that you met. You know, I trained Matt to throw knives, and he's become excellent, and I'm very proud of that, because at a certain point in your life you enjoy passing on some of your knowledge and see kids who are really ambitious and want to learn and have the opportunity to share it with someone.
And you were a knife thrower who trained you. How did you learn knife throwing?
I had a little training from a guy named Butch Clifford, not too much. The rest I learned on my own. I mean, it's a thing that you can learn on your own. It's easier if you have somebody like I did with Matthew to stay with him a little more, but it takes a lot of hard work to practice, that's all. But I still do it today. I've got a board in the yard. I do it for exercise. I work out every day for half an hour anyway.
So when you said, how long were you a knife performer?
About 7 years or something. Then we had too much equipment, and my attentions were needed at other places. And I had chimpanzees too that worked in the show. That was probably one of the most rewarding things I ever did, was working with them, because they have all of the same reactions to things as people do, with none of the barriers. If they feel some way about something, they're not going to say, well, I better shut my mouth and not say that. They don't have the barriers that people have. And I've probably learned more about psychology and people than from having the chimpanzees than anything else.
What's it like to be what was it like to be a partner with Ward in a sideshow operation?
Excruciating.
You guys compliment each other?
Absolutely. We're total opposites. We're absolutely total opposites. Everything I'm good at, he's not, or are not his strong points, let me put it that way. His strong points are not mine, so no, we're very much a complementary team.
Ward, I guess you both really are the last of what do you think is the future of this kind of entertainment?
Well, I certainly think it's not on a fairground. I think it's in the nightclub circuits and so on, because this is the tough end of the business to break into. I mean, this is a hard way to go. People work 12, a lot of days you work 12 hours, they do 35 shows, then you tear it down, and there's a lot of physical labor, and let's face it, people today, you know, when I was young, I never realized I was poor till I was about 19 years old because everybody else around me was poor too. But we live in a world now of entitlements, and people want to start at the top. They don't want to put in the apprenticeship time, and anything. When I broke into business, you had to do your apprenticeship. You had to do all the garbage stuff, and that was the accepted way. You know, you just wanted to be in the business. You didn't care what you had to do. So they're going to pawn off all the garbage duties on you. You work your way up. It's like anything else.
Now it's just not like that anymore.
No. Is it that way in the country anymore? People say I can't get a job. They don't mean that. They mean they can't get a position.
Chris, I appreciate this. That's great. I mean, you actually want
Okay.
Is there anything you want to add? What does it mean to you to have been a part of this
Okay.
great history?
Just cue me when you're rolling. Well, I'm just proud to have had this experience in my life, done the things I've done in my life, and been able to be part of this vanishing part of Americana that won't be around very much longer in this format, and there'll only be a page in a coffee table history book. And like some people have written books about this business, they're just like the guy that said they thought the Bible was a dirty book, but they never saw it. They just or read it. They just heard about it.